Hi there guys, I hope you're well. It's Tom Voyage here. Now, as you can probably tell, next to me we have a brand new pizza oven, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing it. This here is the Ooni Volt 2. It's their brand new electric pizza oven, and in this video we're going to be unboxing it. We're going to set it up, take a look at the features, and of course cook a pizza. Let's go. So the Ooni Volt 2, as the name suggests, is the second generation of the Ooni Volt 12, Ooni's first electric pizza oven. They've redesigned it, it's got a new look, and as I said before, in this video we're going to unbox it, set it up and take a look. Now, full disclosure, before we start this video, I want to mention that Ooni did send me this product for the review. They've not asked me to say anything, they've not paid me for this review, so everything I say about this oven is going to be my unbiased opinion. So to kick things off, I'm going to move this to the floor to do the unboxing because it is quite heavy, so we'll take a look inside and see what comes with it. Okay, so we've got our box on the floor, ready to take a look. So we'll open up, and in typical Ooni fashion, we've got all cardboard packaging in here. So first up we've got the start guide, warranty information and all that stuff. It's quite a thick one, this, so I think there's quite a few options for this oven. Then next up we've got the pizza stone under there, 12-inch pizza stone. So we'll pop that to one side. Remove this top layer and some more packaging. And there we go. Now you can see this oven is a nice charcoal cover, and it looks to be, oh, it's quite heavy. So you can see there we've got the big window on the front. I think actually at this stage it might be easier to pick it up and put it back on the table so we can take a closer look. Okay, so our oven is unboxed. And I have to say, first impressions, it looks very nice. I like the sleek design and I like the big window on here at the front. And yeah, it looks very good. So we'll open the door because we've got some more packaging in here. So this looks like the baking tray and the power lead. So it comes the UK power lead. And then inside here we've got the baking tray as well, because this can be used as an oven, but we'll talk about that in a minute. One last piece of cardboard in there. And there we go, that's all unboxed. So what I'll do now is I'll give you a closer look and then we'll talk through some of the features. So, Ooni Volt 2, here it is. Now then, it's quite awkward to film these because of this glass door, it kind of reflects everything, so I'll do the best I can, but you can see there's a nice handle on the door here. When we open it, it's a nice thick door. You've got a large heating element on the bottom there and one on the top there as well. So it should heat up nice and fast. Looking around this side, so we've got the air outlet at the back there, a place to put the power cord and the power switch. Coming around this side, nothing there. And we've also got the dial at the front here to change settings, and then there is some buttons here which will come on when we plug it in. So finally, now we've taken a look inside, we'll place our pizza stone in here, and that just drops down. Our roasting tray, this is a nice thick stainless steel material, so we'll pop that in as well. I think there's a couple of levels that can go at, so we'll pop that in there. Power cord into the back, and then for the very first time we're going to turn this on. So push the switch at the back, and we've got some buttons here lighting up. So I think we can press that one and it turns on. Now before we actually heat this oven up, let's talk about some of the features. Now, I've always enjoyed using an electric pizza oven for two reasons. First one is because the weather in the UK, where I am, isn't known for being great, and there's quite a lot of times, especially over the winter months, where you want to cook pizza, but the weather outside is just miserable, so having something like this allows you to do it indoors. The second reason I like them is for travel. If we were going away on a trip somewhere, maybe to like a cottage or some kind of Airbnb or something, these are nice and convenient to take with you. Now, they don't require any gas, there's no fire or anything, so you don't need to take any extra fuel. You simply take one of these with you, plug it in, and you're away to go. So the Ooni Volt 2 is a 12-inch electric pizza oven, obviously designed to make 12-inch pizzas. It has a number of different settings, which we'll talk through in a minute, but the key thing that's different about this, or new with this oven, is something called Pizza Intelligence. Now, the idea behind that is it automates all the settings, and it's not using AI, by the way. It automates all the settings to create the perfect pizza. So whether you want Neapolitan style pizza, a pan style pizza, or you're thin and crispy like New York style pizza, the idea is that you press, select which one you want, and the oven does everything else and doesn't require any turning. So we'll be testing that in just a sec. So overall, it's designed to be very simple to use, maybe good for a beginner's pizza oven. And it's also designed to be able to cook a full range of pizzas. It's designed to be able to use as an indoor oven as well, so for cooking chicken or fish or something like that. And it's got a proofing mode as well. Now that means that if you were using frozen dough, or you need to speed up the proofing of your dough, or you're in a cold room, you can use this oven at 20 degrees centigrade to proof dough nice and quickly. Now the temperature range of this oven, as we said before, goes right from the proving temperature of 20 degrees all the way up to 450 for those really hot, thin and crispy New York or Neapolitan style pizzas. So it does that full range. So that's where this oven can really step up, is your conventional ovens that go from like 200 to 250 degrees centigrade. They're not going to be able to achieve those high heats you need for Neapolitan style pizza, whereas something like this can. Now, unlike the predecessor, the Ooni Volt 12, which was designed for indoor and outdoor use, this one's designed primarily for indoor use only. Now, one thing that they've done with it is they've reduced the size, which means it'll fit on your standard kitchen countertop just fine, and it's designed to look part of your kitchen as well. You can see it's got kind of a modern, sleek design. As we mentioned before, it's got a nice big window on here, which I think is great. It's always handy when you're cooking a pizza to be able to see it. The previous model had quite a small window, which was sometimes a little difficult. There's a light inside here as well, meaning you can see your pizza cooking nice and clearly. And overall, I think it's a nice compact design. So now let's talk through some of the features that are available with these buttons. Okay, so right here we've got our on and off switch, and then we've got a few different settings here. So this first one is Neapolitan pizza, which obviously pressing that, it's jumped into action. The next one is New York or thin and crispy style pizza. Then we've got pan style pizza, and as you can see as we're pressing these, it's changing the temperature and kicking into action for those style of pizza that you want. And finally, we've got the dough proofing mode, which as you can see has turned it off, and it's now lowering the temperature to get it to a proofing style. Now we can see we've got a light under here, which makes it very nice. And there's also some other settings here. So this is your oven setting. So if you wanted to use this as a standard oven, we've got a broil setting, which is just using the top heating element. And then we've got a couple of custom settings here as well. So if you wanted to dial in a pizza that you find works really well, or if you've got a certain recipe that you want to specify, you can use these custom set modes as well. So I've just turned our oven off here so I can show you some of the other settings. We've got the temperature mode there if you wanted to set a direct temperature. We've got a crisping intensity mode, which is designed to crisp up a pizza if you need a little bit more heat from the top element. And then finally, a timer mode as well. Now finally, this dial is here so you can increase or decrease the time or the temperature when you're setting. It also has a boost mode function. Now this can only be used in the Neapolitan pizza setting, but the boost mode gives an extra blast of heat to really crisp up and get some leopard spots on that pizza. Now before we heat this oven up, I just wanted to show you what it looks like when we've got it on a countertop here. So these are just standard size countertops, and you can see there's a nice kind of gap around the edge to allow for a bit of airflow, and it fits on there very nicely. It's also a good point to talk about the size. So The height of this oven is 263 millimeters, the width is 442 millimeters, and the depth is 545 millimeters. Now overall it weighs 17.5 kilograms, so it's not by any means a light oven, but it certainly is able to be lifted by one person and easy to maneuver around the kitchen if you require to do so. So now it's time to heat up our Ooni Volt 2, and I'm really interested to see how this pizza intelligence system works. So we're going to turn on here, and we're going to select our Neapolitan pizza. Actually, before we do, I'm going to remove this baking tray because I don't want that in there whilst we're cooking. So we're going to press that, and you can see here it's heating up to 430 degrees, but it's currently at 30 degrees. So I would have thought it's going to take about 20 minutes to get to temperature. I did notice, however, it does say in the instructions that you need to season this oven for the first time you're using it. So I'm going to heat it up, let it sit for around 20 to 30 minutes just to get any of that factory kind of stuff off the pizza stone, and then we're going to come back and get ready to cook. So we've been going 10 minutes now, and you can see we're up to 302, 303 degrees, so it's going up quite fast. Nice view with the light in there and that nice big window, you can see in there really clearly. Now one thing I did forget to mention, if you can see here just behind the light, that's actually a filter. Now it's an advanced filtration system for smoke and grease, and that does need to be cleaned out every so often. So the oven does give you a warning light somewhere on here when that needs to be done, but I just thought I should mention it because one problem I had before with the older Volt 12 was you would sometimes get some condensation and water leaking out the sides. So hopefully with that filtration system that no longer happens. And now you can see just while we've been talking that temperature's going up quite rapidly. So yeah, we should be done in another 10 minutes. Now I'm not sure how that sound is coming through on the video, but there is a bit of noise coming from it, from the fan. It's by no means a loud noise, but just worth mentioning, so you can hear it at the back there. So we'll leave that for another 10-15 minutes and see how we're getting up to temperature. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes exactly, actually, and our oven has just reached the correct temperature. Now, normally I would be cooking a pizza right about now, but because it said we need to cure this pizza stone for 30 minutes, I'm going to leave it for another 20 just to fully clear any of the factory stuff that's on there, and then we're going to start by cooking our pizza. And just to show you, I've got our dough balls here. These have been proving for a few hours. I could have used the proving function actually, but didn't because I hadn't unboxed it yet. So this is our pizza dough. It's a sourdough pizza dough, and I'll leave some links in the description below as to where you can get your hands on these. Also, while we're waiting for that pizza stone to cure, I wanted to mention that if you are enjoying this video, please remember to like and subscribe. And if you want to pre-order or purchase one of these ovens, depending on when you're watching this video, you can click the links down in the description. It doesn't cost you any more money, but it helps me out with a bit of commission so I can carry on doing these kinds of pizza oven reviews. Okay, let's check back soon. Now, even though the Volt 2 is fully up to temperature, I can still put my hand on top of it. It just feels warm like a radiator on the sides as well. So I think that's a real testament to the airflow and the design of this oven, to prove that it's safe to use indoors. I mean, even if you brush past this, you're not going to burn yourself. So yeah, I really like that feature. So our pizza is ready, and this has been heating up now for a while, so it's nice and cured and everything. So we've just got a basic Neapolitan style pizza here. So I'm not going to turn this during the cook. I'm going to trust that pizza intelligence to do its job. Let's see how it goes. So I'll take this off here so we can take a closer look. Our pizza's in the oven. Going nicely there. That top element doesn't look to be on at the minute, maybe that comes on at the end. But yeah, I'm really liking this big window, it makes it nice and easy to see what's going on. And our temperature there has dropped slightly since we opened the door, well that's fine. Getting a nice rise on that crust. Bit of steam coming out the back. That's looking good. Now you can see our top elements come on now. So I'm not sure, I've not put the timer on, so I don't know what time we're at. So I'll put this back on our stand here. Just bring that closer up. So I have to say, this is looking really good. Especially since I've not turned this at all. Okay, so let's open the door and see how she's done. Well, there we go guys, look at this. So that was probably about 90 seconds there. We've got a beautiful Neapolitan style pizza. You can see some good leoparding on the crust there. Let's check the underneath. Oops, it's quite hot. Just come around this side so I can see what I'm doing. Wow. Now that to me is maybe a little bit overdone, but I'd rather an overdone base than an undercooked base, because let's face it, there's nothing worse. But yeah, as always with pizza ovens, it usually takes a few attempts to kind of dial it in and get used to the settings. But as a first attempt on this oven, I'm very impressed. So there we go, that was my review and first cook on the Ooni Volt 2. And I have to say, I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this oven, trying all those different presets and dialing in the settings and really getting to know the oven. And of course using it for other things like proofing dough and just as an all-round oven as well. The pizza that we got off this oven I think looks good for a first cook. I think there's some dialing in to do where I'd like the base to be done a little bit less and maybe use that crisping intensity to get the top a little bit browner as well. But overall as a first cook I think it's fantastic. So thanks very much guys for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did find it useful, please remember to like and subscribe. If you've got any questions or comments on this oven, please leave them down below. If you wanted to purchase one of these ovens, you can use the links in the description as well. Thanks so much for checking out this video, and please join us next time for more pizza making videos. See you later.